Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Thank you for letting me come into your living room, dining room, bedroom, wherever I am outside with my hair the way it is. It's not because I don't care. I know it appears that I don't care. I do care. I have incredible cowlicks, and I'm done fighting with it. The cow has won. And I've never had them before. I had ass light, but not like to the extent of what the hell is going on with my head. But since I'm on all these different types of medication, unfortunately, my hair has decided to go one way with one pill and the other way with another pill, and this is it. Let's talk about Ashton Kutcher. So, big fan of Ashton Kutcher's. Actually, he sent me a birthday message, which I'm going to share. He has sent me some messages, which I'm going to share.
When Wednesdays are the days when I can't remember. Oh, no, this Wednesday's the day when it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
He is not somebody that I personally know. I gained respect for him when he started these nonprofits that were to help children. I remember when one of the, I think, taglines was "Real men don't buy women," right? So, but do they drug them? Or do we know, do real women have friends that we just kind of turn a blind eye to? I'm going to give Ashton the benefit of the doubt, even though, and I really like Aaron Smith Levin, who's grown up in Scientology, who 100% says that Ashton knew what was going on. That Ashton, not that he knew what was going on, but that Ashton knew the 3 Jane Does that were part of the Danny Masterson trial. And so, you know, I've been in a situation where somebody that I loved and cared for, I felt did something horrific. And because of the situation that they've gotten themselves into, and even after the main situation that I'm talking about, I had to go to the police and see because my feeling is if somebody commits such a crime, there is a penalty. It's not like shoplifting, it's not like stealing, it's not like doing drugs. You're ruining somebody's life by altering somebody's life. And that's not okay. I wasn't appalled at Ashton or disappointed in Ashton or offended by Ashton for supporting his friend. If he in fact knew, then yeah, absolutely. But here's what I do know Ashton knew. Ashton went to go pick up a date, and I remember when this was talked about a long time ago, probably by Aaron Smith Levin from Growing Up on Scientology. Trust me, if you know who I am, and I don't have any like followers or stuff, you know who he is. But if by chance you don't, check him out. Anyway, Ashton, was dating somebody. He went and picked up this woman. But when he got there, the woman had been murdered. So he came on to a scene. He knocked on the door. He went into the house. And he came upon a scene where a woman was dead and there was blood everywhere. And it was clearly a violent act. And I'm sure he was in shock. He probably couldn't believe it. He probably thought he was being punked. And that takes some time to process. It's got to, you know. I've had a gun in my face, so I understand. I had a gun in my face, and the person that was holding me up, I was wondering why they were wearing such a bright white shirt, and did they use bleach to wash that shirt, because it was so bright white and it was nighttime, and why would they wear something so bright? So, you know, who knows what people go through in shock, but at some point the shock wears off and you're stuck with, what did I see? What just happened? And Ashton, it was all about self-preservation for him. And that's where I'm disappointed in Ashton Kutcher. So he came on this horrific scene and he left. And instead of calling 911, instead of calling for help, and yeah, okay, maybe it was too late to help her. We'll find out it wasn't too late to help two other people, you know, because Ashton didn't tell the truth about coming upon the scene. He said he looked in the window, and what it caused was reasonable doubt, and not an obstruction so much, but definitely an obstacle and a different way to go and look at the case. And Ashton said he knocked on the door. She didn't answer. I guess he was running late, so he thought she was mad at him. He went to open the door. The door was locked. And he looked through the window and saw what looked to him like red wine stains on the carpet. And he just figured she was pissed off, and he left. And he continued on to the party. Well, he did go to the party. He went, it was some sort of award show after party or something. And he did go to the party. But what happened was he came in, knocked on the door, opened the door, which was open, and came in on this horrific scene. Freaked out, I guess. Went into his car and started calling people. And one of the people that he called was Danny Masterson, you know, the guy that just got convicted of life in prison, who's eligible for parole in about 30 years, but got life in prison because 2 strikes. 15 years each strike. There were 3 women. One was deadlocked. There were 2 that he was convicted of drugging and having his way with them without their consent, obviously. And there was not only that, but there was a gun involved in one of them at least. So, not a good guy. I mean, he might do some good things in life, but if that's your core, you ain't a good person. You might do some good things, but your default is not so good. Ashton, I think, is different. I think he's done some shit, but his default, he's a good person. But this was happening, I want to say, during the 70s, when the 70s show was on. And he got in his car and he sought help. What do? I'm not worried about this girl or her family or the person that committed the crime that's now on the loose. That didn't happen. No, Ashton called and said, what should I do for me? And it was about self-preserving his career, because he wasn't guilty of the crime. Nobody thinks he did such a thing or that he witnessed the crime or anything. And what happened was the guy that committed the crime of murder killed somebody after the fact, after Ashton told an untruth, perjured himself. You know, he lied. I'm not sure if it was in court. I think it was in court, right? Where he, anyway, imagine the parents of that young lady, of that woman, of that young woman, the siblings, the loved ones. This guy, he did go to a party. Imagine knowing that. Seriously? That's why he should have stepped down from Thorne. That's why he should have never been involved in such a nonprofit with his face there. No. I don't know how you come back from that. You know, the worst bit about that situation to me is that he went to the party. So guys, that's where I'm at with Ashton Kutcher. Thank you for embracing me and my hair and welcoming us into your day. And I hope that we can continue on with our relationship consensual. This is Issues with Ashton Kutcher. I have a feeling part 1. And this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Thanks. Like, subscribe, follow. Give me some lovin'.